Well, we are moving ahead fairly well on the front end rebuild. We have installed the upper control arm. We went with the Global West offset cross shaft because these older cars can tend to fold in a little bit, and these were the old shims from before, but with this offset we'll probably be able to get rid of some of those shims and allow for some camber and caster and some better adjustment. We put in some new bushings on both sides. We have our big block Chevy motor mounts. We also did a quite extensive rebuild here as well. Again, here's our new lower control arm, new bump stops here and underneath, new ball joints, and here is our spindle from our disc brake conversion. And I've got the new sway bar shaft in there as well. We went with the big block springs, also with AC. So it was definitely a little bit harder getting those springs in there. Had to use some ingenuity and use some straps around the frame and a 4x4 underneath there. As well as some spring compressors, just to have some added safety. Torqued in the spindle bolts. The lower one is around 70 foot-pounds and the upper one is around 50 foot-pounds of torque. We also mounted the new steering box. And what I went with here is the Jeep Grand Cherokee conversion. Adds a little bit tighter steering ratio. This one is about 3 1/4 turns lock to lock and just around 90 degrees of rotation. I think it comes in at about 88 degrees to be exact. Got a new crosslink in here. New inner tie rods. Again, these are torqued to 50 foot-pounds and 40 foot-pounds. Got the grease zerks mounted in there. Here's a look at the other side. And I'm pretty much at a standstill here because when I took apart my old drum brakes, I did not take off the steering arm. That steering arm mounts right back here. And I'm gonna have to go buy a new one because I already threw the old ones in the scrap pile. And I'm gonna have to get some new ones. So we're gonna be taking a break for a little bit. But what I'm probably going to do is reassemble some of the back and get the brake lines run tomorrow and wait for my steering arms to come in. Here's a little look from the back side. It is starting to come together a little bit. Alrighty.